what's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and how would you guys feel if before the multiplayer beta for Black Ops Cold War, they end up releasing an alpha, similar to the one they released last year for Modern Warfare, but this time, the alpha could consist of either a campaign demo, or maybe even a snippet of zombies. We're also going to be talking about PlayStation Exclusivity, and how zombies maps may end up releasing 1 week early on PlayStation this year. There is so much to break down, definitely stay tuned, but before we jump into that, I want to quickly dive into creator codes, which were just added in to Modern Warfare's item shop yesterday afternoon. So everybody out there pointed out that when you hop into Modern Warfare's in-game store, it now says that you could support your favorite creator with their creator code. But Activision quickly clarified that the creator code system is in its early beta stages, and only a select few of content creators have creator codes right now. They also clarified that creators will get $5 for every 10,000 COD points spent with their code inputted. Now, if you think about that, that number really adds up when you think about how many people are spending money on COD points and using their favorite creator's code. But what I will say about this is that this is likely a feature that they really want to be perfected before the release of Black Ops Cold War, so that right when the next game launches, the feature will be fully implemented in its fullest potential. And I think what that means is that more Call of Duty partners will get their hands on creator codes closer to the launch of Black Ops Cold War, on top of the possibility of seeing something similar to what Fortnite has, where everybody could apply for a creator code, and then at that point, you'd have to be manually reviewed by somebody who works at Activision to see if you're worthy of having a creator code. So that's very possible. I'm sure they'll have that polished in the next month and a half or so, but I saw a lot of Call of Duty influencers very upset that they weren't picked to have creator codes at this moment in time. And you know what? I get it. There's a lot of iconic Call of Duty YouTubers and esports players who have been covering the franchise for years. So why is it that they don't have creator codes, but people out there who don't even cover Call of Duty full time have creator codes right now? Why is that? And my honest answer to that is that Activision has adopted a different approach with their business in ways that include franchising with their esports division and reaching out to very popular but non-Call of Duty focused influencers to promote their content to reach an even bigger audience. Now, whether you agree with that or not, it's probably what's best for the business, but I assure you a lot of your favorite Call of Duty content creators will likely have their own creator codes in the next month or so, definitely before the release of Black Ops Cold War. Activision is just trying something very different this time around with Modern Warfare, and will likely continue that with Treyarch's new game as well. But I don't know about you, I think Code Dynamite would look extremely sick in the item shop for Call of Duty going forward. Maybe one day we'll get one, that would be amazing. But now when it comes to the alpha for Black Ops Cold War, you guys may have seen the images that are already floating around all over Twitter, all over the other parts of the internet. So yes, within the Modern Warfare files, promotional artwork for an alpha was found. I've had it recreated to avoid possible copyright claims here for this video, and people out there were like, wait a second, why would promotional artwork for an alpha be in the files of the game if it was possibly just for a private event, right? As you guys may know, there was a press event a few weeks ago where journalists and a few Call of Duty partners got to see gameplay of the Black Ops Cold War campaign, and maybe even a snippet of multiplayer. We'll be talking more about that later in this video, but maybe the alpha was just for them. But in that case, why would there be promotional artwork for it? Well, what I will tell you from a very reputable person is that the alpha itself was updated just one night ago over on PlayStation. So work is being done for an alpha, and there were a lot of strings of code that suggest that it will be available to the public at some point in the future. Now bear in mind, the alpha itself could just be for influencers. Maybe there's another event coming up where influencers will be able to get their hands on Black Ops Cold War early, and it'll be a private build just for them. That is certainly a possibility, but if it's not, maybe the alpha will be for the public, and after we get the multiplayer review on September the 9th, maybe they'll announce a surprise alpha at some point after that, because if you think about it, the multiplayer beta isn't until October 8th, so, you know, that's kind of a big gap. You know, it's a full month. I think that would be really fair to release an alpha in between the reveal and the beta, similar to how we got one for Modern Warfare last year. But also bear in mind, with the alpha in Modern Warfare last year, it wasn't available for either Xbox or PC. It was a PlayStation exclusive deal, which I get it, really sucks for non-PlayStation players, but considering PlayStation has partnered up with Activision again this year for Black Ops Cold War, I would not be surprised to see an alpha that is exclusive to PlayStation. But now the question is, what would the alpha consist of? Now, maybe Gunfight is returning, or some small mode in multiplayer that that an alpha would make sense with, that's definitely a possibility, but I think the rumors of a campaign demo still do bear a little bit of weight. So you guys might remember, I want to say maybe 3 to 5 months ago, I made a video talking about a very interesting rumor from some pretty reputable people that at that point in time, a multiplayer beta wasn't likely for Call of Duty 2020. So instead, they had a campaign demo planned. Maybe the campaign demo is still ready to go and they're like, hey, why not just release it, before the multiplayer beta? Maybe that's still going to be happening, but luckily, since that rumor came out, multiplayer development has been on track the way we're all hoping for it to be, so that a multiplayer beta is indeed possible. Now that they've confirmed an open beta for multiplayer, it's only a matter of time before we discover if a campaign demo will still happen. I definitely wouldn't mind that because we get a nice feel for the game with a campaign demo. I would love to see that, and any bit of early Black Ops Cold War gameplay would be better than waiting until October the 8th for the multiplayer beta. But we'll have to end up seeing what's happening. Other people out there were like, well, what about zombies? And you know what? For the first time ever, maybe we will see something for zombies a little bit early, right? A snippet of the zombies mode in an alpha of some sort. I would love to see that. And World War II zombies actually has a bit of a tutorial mode for the Nazi zombies mode. So maybe you'll do something similar this time around where there'll be a very small tutorial mode, teaching you how the zombies is going to work. And we get to play that in, an alpha. I think that would be perfect for zombies fans out there who are dying to see something about the mode. We don't know when zombies will be revealed, but according to Tom Henderson, we are still about 4 to 6 weeks away from that. So I think in that case, a little bit of a demo of zombies would be fair, and it would be the first time ever that we see that. So I think changing the rules a little bit this time around would make a lot of sense. Now, Treyarch put out an official statement recently that said, today's worldwide reveal is just a glimpse of the new mind-bending Black Ops single-player campaign developed in partnership with Raven Software. Over the coming weeks and months, we'll have a steady stream of intel covering all the Black Ops goodness you can expect starting November 13th. Hell, we might even have some surprises along the way. So what would be a better surprise than a random alpha that drops? Even if it's just for PlayStation, just imagine an alpha dropping out of nowhere, whether it's a campaign mission, whether it's a multiplayer game mode, or a snippet of zombies. That would still be great for hardcore Black Ops fans around the world, and would kind of reassure everybody that, yeah, Black Ops Cold War is on pace for a very strong release in November without blue screens, without stability issues, without content issues. I think that would really help the community in many, many ways. Now, speaking of zombies though, how about early access for PlayStation? As you guys may know, PlayStation has partnered with Activision, and that partnership is likely to last a couple more years. I was hearing that the actual partnership may last until 2023, which is quite a long time, but how does that affect zombies? Well, another very reputable insider has mentioned to me that apparently zombies maps will still release 1 week early on PlayStation, similar to how it worked back in Black Ops 4. That is of course subject to change. Who knows how it's going to work in the end? We do know that zombie maps will be free, but now it's a matter of how they're going to release, right? Will it be with each new season? How are they going to structure it? Now, let me tell you why the reasoning makes sense for zombies maps to release 1 week early on PlayStation. How would you guys feel if, okay, zombies maps released on all platforms at the same time, great, but then because they release on PC at the same time, everything about the map gets data mined, right? The wonder weapons, the Easter egg, the cutscenes, everything that is very spoiler heavy just gets thrown out in the open by the asshole data miners who don't care about spoiling the experience for everybody else. So I think they may know, hey, we kind of can't prevent people from data mining our game because for whatever reason we don't have proper security in the files. So let's do what we did almost with Tagged or Toten, where to avoid spoilers, they released the map early on PlayStation, as with all other zombies maps, and then they released it on PC at the very last minute when they were intending to release the map on PC and Xbox. Again, I don't agree with that, but hey, I wouldn't mind zombies maps releasing at the exact same time on all platforms if we had reassurance that the map wouldn't be data mined to hell over on the PC. Maybe they'll find a way to fix that and we'll release the map at the same time on all platforms, right? I would hope to see that, but as of right now, according to a very, very trusted rumor, they will be releasing 1 week early on PlayStation. Before we jump into some very vivid descriptions of some different campaign missions thanks to Charlie Intel, I want to take a look at Treyarch's tweet here because this is perfection in a tweet. This is literally proof that Black Ops Cold War could be one of the best Call of Duties in many, many years. So here's a bit of a recap as they tweeted out. Campaign led by Raven Software, Raven's the GOAT. Multiplayer review September the 9th, zombies, Warzone, cross-play, cross-gen, cross-progression, free post-launch content, no season pass, direct sequel what a Black Ops 1. There is a lot that has to go wrong to make this game fail. There are just way too many advantages that Black Ops Cold War has over just about every previous Call of Duty. It's like taking the magic that all of the best Call of Duties have, putting that into one, and on top of that, still expanding and releasing the game for next-gen consoles as well. There is just so much going right for this game, and I cannot wait to see it. But here is what Charlie Intel actually posted about just over a day ago. So we have specific descriptions of various campaign missions they saw while they were attending this press event just about a week ago. Now, bear in mind, one of these campaign missions may be featured in the potential alpha for Black Ops Cold War. Don't forget that. So the first mission they saw was in Ukraine. This mission was a mid-game mission, and it takes place in a Soviet structure behind the Iron Current. This mission features stealth and high-action gameplay where fans have to find out what's held inside the said structure. Fans enter a massive Soviet base and attempt to recover what's left inside, but are met at first with a glaring 1980s Russia's vision of America-style set. It looks like Anytown, USA. Maybe Nuketown could be based off that when they add that into multiplayer. But there's more information about this mission I'll have linked down below. Second mission was Moscow. This mission took place inside the KGB headquarters in Russia. The building is called the Lubyanka. Hope I said that right. This is one of the missions that emphasize player freedom and Raven's decision to allow player choice in Black Ops Cold War. This mission starts with you as an undercover Soviet agent inside an office in Lubyanka. The first half of this mission lets you pick how you want to play it. A screen Raven showed us offered you to play through it by making a choice of whether to steal, poison, bribe, or blackmail a certain individual in the mission. This dictates how the first half of the mission goes. As you're walking through Lubyanka, there's a tense feeling echoed through the character. Third mission was Laos, Vietnam baby, as Wood says, and this mission was a flashback to the Vietnam War. The team needs to find vital intel in the past that helps shape the Black Ops Cold War story. The mission takes place in the later half of the overall story, and they need to find the hidden clue. Players pick the path they want to play through. There are 4 different options to experience. The map takes place during both day and night Laos, which is very exciting. It's considered the most unique and mind-bending mission in Call of Duty history, Raven says, and you can reset this mission as you play through it and make different decisions throughout the mission itself, which is badass. There's 4 different options to live through this mission. It's never seen before in Call of Duty, according to them. So this may tie into that rumor that we reported on many months ago that apparently a very familiar Black Ops 1 Vietnam mission will be rewritten a little bit and kind of expanded upon within Black Ops Cold War, which doesn't surprise me at all. But what's interesting is that this game's gonna really go back and forth, which I'm really excited about. So we're gonna have stuff that's essentially Black Ops 1 era, and then of course stuff that happens like 20 or so years later here within Black Ops Cold War. If you want more information about these 3 campaign missions, I'll have this link down below in the description. They have a few more details about them, but let me know what you think of this down below in the comment section. This has been dkdynamite. Do you guys want to see an alpha for Black Ops Cold War? If so, would you rather it be a campaign demo? Would you rather it be a zombie snippet of some sort, type of demo mode for the zombies? The game seems to be on pace for a smooth open beta, which means an alpha is still possible since there is promotional marketing for it in the files for whatever reason. But that is about it. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.